Hey guys, AJ here, back with another one. So today we're going to look at a video that's from a news outlet in San Diego. And this is a work etiquette expert, so whatever that means, is going to be telling us guys how we should deal with women in the workplace post M2. This is going to be a continuation of my women being ignored in the workplace series. And yeah, so let's jump into this, guys. But before we do, please remember to like, subscribe, drop a comment. It really helps to keep this channel going. I appreciate all your support. So let's just jump into this right now, guys.
Tonight, we're still navigating the impact of the Me Too movement and what it did to our workplace. It put a powerful light on sexual harassment and how men and women interact at work.
In tonight's Mail Call report, CBS 8's Rocio de la Fe joins us in studio with a closer look at the challenges we face in today's work setting. Rocio?
Yeah, that's right. There's no denying that the Me Too movement made us all sort of take a step back and rethink how different genders should interact. We spoke to an etiquette expert who breaks down all of the do's and don'ts for men in the workplace. To compliment or not, what was once done almost without thinking can now be seen as an unknown risk for men in work settings.
I think it probably makes some men think twice before they say something or offer something, like taking somebody out to lunch.
And any guy who does say something or offer anything or take women out to lunch is a fool anyways.
I think it has had an effect.
Dan Lawton works in a corporate setting and says the Me Too movement has left a profound impact in social and work environments.
Speaking only for my profession, I would say it's made them much more cautious and aware.
Etiquette would dictate that chivalry is gender-free.
Elaine Swan is an etiquette.
Guys, if you lined up 100 women and you asked them, is chivalry gender-free? What percentage of them do you actually think would agree with that? This woman's crazy.
Expert and founder of the Swan School of Protocol in Carlsbad, and says the Me Too movement has affected today's work culture and the way men behave around their female colleagues. Swan says when it comes to interacting, it's always better to play it safe.
My advice for men today in the workplace, as we're looking at what's taken place with the Me Too movement, is to be very careful with compliments. Make sure that they're not too personal in nature. We want to avoid complimenting someone on their body type or the fact that perhaps they've lost weight or how great an outfit looks on them.
Instead,
this is why you just don't compliment anyone at all. Guys, keep to yourself, get your job done, and leave. Honestly, to actually think about having to stop, and why would you at this point say, hey, nice dress or nice makeup? It's just too much risk.
She says if you wish to compliment a colleague, make it less about the person as an individual and more about how it relates to the company.
You might say, that's a great color on you. It really complements the brand that we're representing. So something along those lines, so that your comment more so has to do with the workplace.
Another important tip, pay attention to your body language.
Making sure that you're not giving a signal that might be misconstrued as something more intimate in nature, and be mindful of personal space. Everyone has their own bubble as far as their boundaries are concerned, so don't stand too close to an individual when you're talking to them.
But Swan said,
that's why, guys, try and get a job where you either work from home, remote, because then you're in your house and you don't got to worry about any of this. It's just too much risk.
It also goes both ways.
Although we should be kind and considerate towards one another, gentlemen do not necessarily have to go overboard for women, and women can certainly step in and help men as well.
How many women do you think are going to agree with her and say that gentlemen don't need to go overboard, and also agree that women should have to go and help men? That's not going to happen. It's just not.
And Swan also says that because so many of us are meeting virtually after the pandemic, it's also important that we stay away from making any comments on a person's appearance virtually as well.
There's a lot of things you can say wrong, but there's a lot of things you can say right. It's
ridiculous. There's a lot of things that you can say wrong, but there's a lot of things that you could say right. And that's the same old subjective BS that people who have no type of argument try and use it. That's subjectivity. It's too much risk. There's a lot of things that you can say wrong, but you should still go out there and say stuff because there's stuff that you can say right. That's crazy.
Just thinking what's appropriate.
And just being mindful.
A mutual respect.
Exactly.
And if you have a real professional working relationship, you'll understand how you can compliment somebody and how it will be received. But just don't go being creepy.
Too far.
Don't.
And look at the women who have nothing to risk, right? You can see how just nonchalant. Yeah, it's easy. But they aren't the ones who are ever going to risk anything. And it's funny, this guy in the middle says, don't go being creepy. But these two women here both have a different level of what's creepy, right? So it's not like they're one united thinking group. No, guys, just don't even take a risk.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the biggest rule.
So guys, it pretty much ends here. I mean, they just yak about the reporter who's new. But guys, don't take any chances. Don't give any compliments. Don't go out to lunch. Don't even do happy hours. If you have to travel with a woman, guys, take a separate car. Stay in a different hotel room on a different floor. I mean, stay in a different room, in a different place. Or if it is in the same room, stay on a different floor. It's not worth the risk. If you can get a job where you work remote, work from home, because it's just too much risk. But all right, you guys, this is AJ. I appreciate you guys. I'm out of here.